Ladies and gentlemen, it is my hope that this video is going to find you in good health. I am fine. And by the time of doing this video, Martha Karua is actually at the Serena Hotel where she is expected to address the media. And credible sources have told me that Martha Karua is likely to join the Azimio la Umoja movement. For those who follow the politics of this country very closely, just the other day, Martha Karua accused Gideon Moi and Kalonzo Musyoka of betrayers. So I don't know what has informed her move, if indeed she will do that, to join the Azimio la Umoja movement. I will do a proper analysis after that move. But for now, I want us to look at something which is giving William Ruto's camp serious political headache. William Cabogo, the former Kiambu governor, has announced that he's giving William Ruto 2 months to give him a written agreement on how he's going to deal with the larger Mount Kenya. And that if William Ruto will not do that, then he might decide to run for the presidency or forget about William Ruto completely. What I don't understand with the demands by Kabogo is whether he was alive in this country. Because the truth of the matter is that we were alive when the deputy president was struggling to make the UDA party the dominant party in the larger Mount Kenya region. And indeed, as we speak today, UDA party is the dominant party in the larger Mount Kenya region. We were also alive in this country when William Ruto entered into some kind of written agreement through what they were calling economic forums with the people of the larger Mount Kenya region. I don't know where Kabogo was at that point. And therefore, I want to assure Kabogo that William Ruto is not going to enter into any written agreement with William Kabogo and the Jibebe party. So which means William Kabogo is going to bolt out of William Ruto's camp, which is Kenya Kwanza. So in my view, the demands which William Kabogo is putting forth to the deputy president is actually meant to mark time. So in this video, I want us to look at William Kabogo's objectives by coming up with these demands. Before we do that, for those who are watching the channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. The last videos, you've really given them thumbs up, and I want to ask you guys to continue giving this one thumb up, share them for those who can, and the best is also just to drop your comments, because when I read those comments at my free time, I really learn a lot from you guys. Now, let us get to the main issue. I've always stated severally on this platform that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. That everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. When William Ruto visited Murang'a and the people managing his social media accounts omitted the name of Kabogo or placed the name of Kabogo at the bottom, I did a video which did so well on this platform. Why that was bound to happen. So William Kabogo got very angry at that time. And also you must remember that William Ruto and Kabogo have always had a history. Kabogo has always accused the deputy president of frustrating him in the last election. In fact, Kabogo believes up to now that William Ruto is the one who engineered his defeat by none other than Ferdinand Waitito. But what was the objective of William Kabogo's statement yesterday? Because William Ruto is not going to enter into coalition, written agreement with Kabogo. He's not going to do that. That one I can assure you. But why is Kabogo giving those conditions? Number one, in my view, I think there's a strong feeling in William Kabogo's camp, probably Moses Kuria and Kabogo, that they are not being recognized fully in Kenya Kwanza. That whenever there is any event in Kenya Kwanza, two people are normally given preference, Wetangula and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And the people of the larger Mount Kenya believes very strongly that they have the numbers and therefore they should be recognized. So that's what Cabogo is trying to tell the deputy president by issuing that demand, that you must come, enter into written agreement. Because Cabogo is confessing that the deputy president has told him, because according to Cabogo, he went and talked to Azimio, and Azimio never committed, and he went and talked to the DP committed verbally, but now he's demanding for a written agreement. So the fact is, he believes that they are not recognized. And sometimes I wonder what normally happens to politicians, why they don't see things. Before Moses Kuria joined Kenya Kwanza, and even before William Kabogo joined Kenya Kwanza, the UDA leadership from the larger Mount Kenya region were against that move. In fact, Kimani Ichung'wah was very clear that these guys joining Kenya Kwanza through their political parties were going to create confusion in the larger Mount Kenya region. And this is what we are likely to witness moving forward. So that's number one. Number two, I think it has to do with the running mate factor. Why the Kabogo is saying this. The truth of the matter is that the deputy president, William Ruto, and Mudavadi signed some agreements, which nobody knows anyway, because according to Mudama, they never signed. According to Mudavadi, they signed. So I'm going by what Mudavadi said, because Mudavadi is generally a co-principal. And of late, we've had talks of William Ruto now planning to have a running mate from the larger Western Kenya. That move by the DP is actually informed by several factors which I explained in my yesterday's videos. One of them is the fact that Mount Kenya region is slippery for the DP as we speak. That's number one. Number two, Mount Kenya is already in William Ruto's camp. So those who are planning to vote for Ruto can vote for Ruto. So the DP is planning to get a running mate from Western Kenya. And this is what is informing William Kabogo's statement. He wants the running mate to come from the larger Mount Kenya region. And by having a running mate coming from the larger Mount Kenya region, people like Cabogo will now have an upper hand, rather than if that running mate were to come from a different place. So for example, if the running mate were to come from Western Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta can easily go to the ground, or let me say the Azimio team can go to the ground and tell the people of the larger Mount Kenya region that they are not recognized. First of all, they don't have any political party within that arrangement, which means if they go to elections, they'll have UDA, which is an extension of URP, and therefore they don't have any political party. So if there will be disagreement, then they will not have a political party to go back to. So Cabogo is actually positioning himself that in case that's going to happen, that Mudavadi is going to be named the running mate, then his party will position itself as that party of choice for the people of the larger Mount Kenya region. So that's number two. Number three, I think the Mount Kenya factor in Kenya Kwanza, it's almost related to what I said earlier, that lack of recognition. When you look at Kenya Kwanza, William Ruto has tried to prop up Rigathi Gachagua, Alice Wahome. He tried propping up Professor Kithure Kindiki. Why was he doing that? The deputy president was doing that because there was a strong feeling that he was not taking Mount Kenya seriously. And if you look at those three individuals, as we speak now, their national appeal beyond UDA is nowhere. So they can't have much influence, politically speaking. Like, for example, comparing Rigathi and Mudavadi. Mudavadi has influence beyond Western Kenya, even if there are few. Rigathi doesn't have any influence beyond UDA. He's really loved in Mount Kenya. He's really loved in Rift Valley. But those love can only be attributed to the fact that he's been facing President Uhuru Kenyatta head on. Or maybe because he's being perceived as one guy who has really stood with the DP. So those votes of Rigathi can actually, the DP can get those votes even without Rigathi. But these guys feel that Mount Kenya is bringing a lot of votes to UDA. I mean to Kenya Kwanza. That without Mount Kenya, Kenya Kwanza would be dead. So that's what Kabogo is trying to tell the deputy president. And number 4, which is my main point basically, is the fact that William Kabogo is now telling the deputy president that if you can't have this agreement, we are going to pull out. So I'm looking at a possibility that this could be a strategy by Kabogo to pull out of Kenya Kwanza and probably focus on his politics or maybe focus on other matters. The truth of the matter is that William Kabogo is not happy in Kenya Kwanza. That's the honest truth. So how can he pull out? He can pull out by giving demands which the DP cannot meet. And after giving those demands which the DP cannot meet, then we'll have an excuse. Which takes me to something which I also noted with Moses Kuria recently. Moses Kuria was posted something on his Facebook page. And just like I tell you always, in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything in politics is normally planned and scripted to achieve objectives. Moses Kuria posted something on his Facebook page yesterday that he would really wish that Martha Karua could join the Kenya Kwanza. But even if she won't do that, she will still remain her friend. And I'm looking at what's happening today. So it means there's something which Moses Kuria knew yesterday about Martha Karua's move to join Azimio. So that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you here, that Cabogo probably is planning to pull out and is now creating these moments, these tough conditions, and the DP will have to give in. And lastly, I think Cabogo is just requesting for formal engagement. Let me tell you what's happening here. Cabogo has his party, Jibebe. Kuria has his party, Chama cha Kazi. And what is their arrangement with the deputy president? Apart from attending rallies together, apart from attacking Uhuru Kenyatta, what is their arrangement? There's no formal engagement. And because there's no formal engagement, these guys cannot claim to be in an alliance. And for Mudavadi and Weta, they have a formal arrangement and they are respected. So basically, Kabogo is telling the DP that it is time for you to engage us formally. If you can't do that, then we are going to have or to consider other options. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. Let us wait for what is going to come out from Martha Karua's statement. I mean, Martha Karua's press conference. Then we'll see what next for Martha Karua and the implication of that move. Until next time, this is Lee McQueen. And by the way, tomorrow, I think I'll be in Nairobi. Though very briefly, like for 5 hours. So that's a short time to meet people. Then I'll be in Mombasa. So watu Mombasa, unaitanga ile nini karai, inaitwanga mandazi karai ama nini? Viazi karai, I don't know. Hiyo, mnilete. Sawa sawa, thank you guys.